I needed to do a visa run, so I decided to take off to Singapore and travel back overland. Having been in Pattaya for the last few months, I decided that I would head to the island of Pulau Ubin off the coast of Singapore. Now, in as much as Singapore can be said to have a coast, being a small island itself. While there, I had some close encounters with a couple of monkeys, my first of the kind. Continuing with the nature theme, I decided to do a hike, a 10 to 15 kilometer hike, up to the Treetop Walk, which is a bridge high up in the jungle canopy, which is pretty awesome. I followed that up with a visit to the night safari, where I saw some animals, as well as some fire dancing. The fire dancing was pretty cool. I'd never seen anything like that before. I'd never been to a night safari before either. For that, you ride around in a little tram and see the animals at night. Now, the downside for that, for me, being a photographer, is that there's no way to take pictures. There's not enough light. Then the next day, I went to the Singapore Botanic Gardens, which were pretty awesome. It was very beautiful. Makes me think of the Chicago Botanic Gardens, but being a tropical climate, everything is so lush and there's some different flowers. This is the island of Pulau Tiong in southern Malaysia, also known as Paradise. It was really nice to kick back here for, I planned to spend a couple of days and ended up spending a week and then actually going back. It was definitely home to some spectacular sunsets and an easy island way of life. I didn't wear shoes the whole time I was there. And lo and behold, what do you know? There was some more fire dancing here, and actually, I started hanging out with one of the guys who owned a bar down on the beach, and he started showing me some of the techniques. Now, I didn't play using actual fire because I figured, alright, well, I should probably wait until I stop hitting myself in the face with these things before I light them on fire. But it was pretty cool. The practice ones were just made out of tennis balls in stockings, actually. And then we went for a hike, trying to find some waterfalls. And then I went snorkeling. The snorkeling was amazing there. The water is so clear and blue. I did a dive as well, but I didn't have a housing for my camera, and so I was only able to take it snorkeling. My camera was rated to 10 meters without anything, without a housing. But not for any deeper than that, so I figured to be on the safe side, stick with the snorkeling. But the aquatic life there, awesome. It's just so colorful. From there I headed to Kuala Lumpur, home of the famous towers. And some interesting architecture, definitely. It was interesting to be in a predominantly Muslim area of the world and to see women with headscarves and mosques. It's also home of a place called the Batu Caves, and it's these caves up a tall flight of stairs with statues. It's a Hindu shrine, and actually home to the world's tallest statue of Lord Maru, coming up right here, big gold one. It's a really dramatic setting with these tall cliffs and the caves just up in the side. with the shrine inside. I had an interesting experience on the taxi ride back into the city from here, but that's a story for another time. That was my trip to Singapore and southern Malaysia, my first experience of Southeast Asia outside of Pattaya, Thailand. It's a whole big wide world out there.